What the fuck is up, everybody? It's been a while. My bad. Just been busy with shit. But we're back. 3 videos coming out today. Already recorded 2. This one's just the last one, and I'm gonna actually upload it first, and I'll upload the other 2 throughout the day. And let's get right into it, guys. Fucking torturous event in the Apex. Garbage, dog shit Apex event. Fuck these 2 straight dumb bitches for fucking taking a main event slot in the UFC. Sucks balls that women are headlining fight nights when it's not title fights. I don't understand. This is not a main eventer. Like, it's Macy Barber, dog. She's shit. But let's get right into this trash card and the canceled fights. Andreas Gustafsson, Jeremiah Wells. I would have gone Swedish Nazi Andreas Gustafsson to win by TKO in round 2 against the clinch, against the fence, in the clinch. I just think Wells would have given him trouble early. Wells would have probably given him some takedowns early, but Andreas would have worked his way back up and eventually have broken him. And moving on to the first fight on the card. Rayando Santos takes on Alice Ardaline. This is a hilarious fight. Talita Alencar and then Pooja Tamar split. This bitch is the one that should have won against Pooja Tamar. They just gave it to her because she was Indian. Alyssa Martinez, Shauna Bannon. Okay, so they both have 1 loss. Fuck, I kind of want to pick Ardaline. But 9-7 is a fucked record. So I'm going to take Rayando Santos to win this fight via 29-28 decision. Yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty boring, shitty, classic women's decision. I always predict my women's fights the same. Rayando Santos will just outstrike her to a decision. Stop any of Ardaline's takedown attempts. Maybe Ardaline holds her against the fence for a whole round and gets the round. But moving on up the card, more of an interesting fight. Markel Medeiros takes on Balaji, the Zulu Warrior, Oki. Guys, I see that Balaji Oki is the favorite here on the live odds. Or not on the live odds, on the odds. But I see that Medeiros is the favorite on Tapology. And I agree with Tapology. I think Markel Medeiros is going to be able to outstrike Balaji Oki to a decision. You know, Timmy Kawamba? That win's kind of aging for Balaji because Timmy Kawamba just hit a highlight reel flying knee against Roberto Romero and a fucking crazy KO by Timmy Kawamba. But whenever I do look at Balaji Oki's fights and when I actually watch his fights for what they are, he's very, very untechnical. All he has is he has a stiff. All of his punches are very stiff. Medeiros flows a lot more. And yeah, Medeiros are arguably lost to Hubbard, but I think Hubbard would take Balaji Oki to just as equal of a decision. Maybe Balaji would find a knockdown against Hubbard, but I think Medeiros good for him. He's staying active. Trains out of Factory X Muay Thai, so pretty good gym. And honestly, guys, I think Medeiros might actually... No, I'm going to say he wins it by a decision again. I'm going to say he wins this fight via decision, 29-28. I'll say Oki hurts him in the first round. Doesn't really rock him bad or anything. Just hurts him, tries to land shots, lands a couple of body shots, some low kicks. But the thing is, Oki's not too technical on the feet, and I think Medeiros is going to catch him in the pocket and hurt him. And I think in round 2, Medeiros is going to swing the momentum his way, and Medeiros is going to start to take over the fight. And guys, I'm going to lean the slight underdog on Markel Medeiros to win this fight via decision. I can see Balaji Oki winning, but I don't see myself picking Balaji Oki. Moving on, Kurt Holloway takes on the Monkey King, Jordan the Faggot Levitt. Look at this fucking picture. Look at this pose. Fucking zest master over here. But guys, I'm going to be going with... He got robbed by Hernandez, by the way. I got fucked. I should have got this pick right. Fuck Holloway. He's a bitch. Or not Holloway, fuck Hernandez. Robbery fucking shit. I know he didn't do the robbery, but fuck those judges. Paddy Pimblett by sub isn't a bad loss. And Chase Hooper by sub isn't a bad loss. And, Kyan Krzyzewski, I don't think that's a good win, you know what I mean? Especially to take him to a decision where Elvis Brenner literally murdered this guy stiff. If you guys remember Kyan Krzyzewski versus fucking Elvis Brenner, one of the most funny KOs you'll ever see in your life. Cartoon KO right there. But guys, I'm actually going to be taking the faggot, Jordan Leavitt, to win this fight via decision. I think he's going to be able to win this fight. 30-27 on the scorecards. Pretty easily handling Holloway on the ground. I don't like how Holloway couldn't... I know he actually beat Hernandez. Like, that fight was bullshit, but I don't like how... I think Jordan Leavitt would beat Hernandez right now. Like, dominantly. Probably would even submit him. I might even pick Jordan Leavitt by submission. Holloway's an old guy. He just seems to struggle on the ground in some of his fights. Even though, he does have a fucking triangle, I think. No, it's not him that has a triangle. It's the other fucker that got it on tough. Or am I right? Nope, I was right. Yep, he triangled Austin Hubbard. Which looks fucking bad on Medeiros, you know what I mean? But Medeiros ain't no grappler. And neither is Hubbard. I actually think just because Hubbard got one triangle doesn't mean he's a grappler. I think Leavitt's going to be the far better grappler. And honestly, guys, I think Leavitt's going to win a cruising decision. Where he almost submits him in every... I think this is going to be very much like Virna Jandiroba and Yan Xiaonan, where... Basically, I think Holloway is going to get saved by the bell or have to escape a desperate choke attempt at each point in each round. I think Jordan Leavitt's just the better fighter. As fucking much of a fag as he is, I just think he's better. He's been in there with better competition. Hooper and Paddy are better than anyone Holloway's ever fought in his career. And, yeah, man, sucks for Kurt Holloway. I just think Faggot's going to win. Hopefully, Kurt can show him that real American heart, American grit. But moving on. Well, he looks so fucking whack with a beard. Neo-Nazi Andreas Gustafsson. He was supposed to be taking on Jeremiah Wells and insteps the problem. Trevin Giles, he's not a problem. He's getting slumped. Yeah, guys, I'm going to be picking Andreas Gustafsson by KO in the clinch. I think it's going to be vicious elbows in the clinch. I know he's a 34-year-old prospect, and I'm not that high on him, but I'm high enough on him to be able to get past a Trevin Giles, who, although is although is tricky and kind of outstruck Mallet in moments, which looks really good now that he went to a decision with Mallet and didn't get pieced up in that fight. I think Andreas Gustafsson, even though this guy's been in there with Drickus, he's been in there with fucking Prates, I just think this fight being at welterweight, you know what I mean? I think Andreas is going to be the way bigger guy. I think he's going to have a presence in the cage. I think he's going to be very, very... I don't know. I think he's just going to marauder Nazi finish this guy like swastika fucking... Just destroy him. I don't see a way Giles can... I can see Giles outstriking him, actually, because Pat Pitlick, someone I've actually trained with, by the way, did rock Andreas Gustafsson on the Contender Series. Not badly, but he rocked him, and then Gustafsson went into the clinch and absolutely tortured Pitlick in the clinch. Yeah, guys, I'm honestly going to say Andreas Gustafsson wins this fight via round 3 clinch TKO, where he melts him with knees and elbows against the clinch. I think Giles is going to take a fucking brutal beating in this fight. I think it's going to be like his face is going to be swollen and cut. Giles is still 32. It's going to suck, 4 losses in a row. But I just think Andreas Gustafsson is just going to be too much of a presence in the cage, going to have too much forward pressure. And on the feet, I think Giles has a huge advantage, though. And the thing is, I think this fight's going to be on the feet. I don't think Andreas is going to try and take him down. I think Andreas is going to beat the shit out of him in the clinch. And I actually think Andreas needs to stay dirty at all points in this fight, because if he tries to get clean with Giles, I can see Giles even knocking him out. I don't know what it is about Gustafsson. Maybe the way he moves, he's very slow and whatever. I can see him getting dropped maybe, but I don't think so. I think he's going to win this fight pretty dominantly against Trevin Giles. Knock him out in round 3, clinch elbows and knees. Vicious beating, and I think Andreas Gustafsson's going to blitzkrieg his ass in round 1. Or not round 1, in round 3. And, yeah, make it look easy, man. Poor Trevin Giles, but I have his 4th loss in a row. Moving on, up the card. Macy Chiasson, the ugliest transgender lesbian. I hope this bitch gets fucking destroyed, even though she's fighting another transgender lesbian. Vieira looks a bit less like a transgender. I hate this bitch, Chiasson. I hope she gets killed. I know it's women's MMA. No one's getting killed. I honestly want to pick Chiasson, though. Fuck, I want to pick Chiasson, though. I hate this stupid, ugly lesbian. I think it's just going to be a good night for the fags. But fucking Vieira's just went to a decision with Kayla Harrison and won a round in that fight. Who could be going on to be the champion in the female Dricus versus Chimaev of the year. Oh, Vieira's going to be bigger than her. No, Chiasson's going to be bigger than her. Chiasson's going to have more reach. Chiasson's not going to be heavier, but I can see a Chiasson win. I'm going to be picking the ugly, lesbian, transgender, stupid fucking retard to win. I hate this ugly, stupid bitch, but that's not even a bitch, bro. That's a fucking boy. That's a 16-year-old confused boy right there. But I'm going to be taking Macy Chiasson to win this fight via decision. Split, 29-28, garbage can fight. But moving on up the card, Jafel, the pastor, Filo takes on Alan Puro, also Nascimento. Guys, Nascimento's coming off of 2 wins, coming off of a submission win over Carlos Hernandez, and but the thing is, he's so inactive. Like, look at these fights were 2 years ago, 3 years ago almost. I just think he did beat Jake Hadley when Jake Hadley was 8-0, to be fair. But I think Jafel Filo's fought better competition, and his only loss is really, really aging well. And he was so close to finishing Muhammad Mokaev in that fight with the knee bar. So fucking close. Jafel Filo, one of the most dangerous submission artists in the world. And I don't think Alan Nascimento has been submitted in his career. 0 losses by submission. But I'm going to be taking Alan Nascimento to lose his first fight via finish. And I think Jafel Filo is going to submit Alan Nascimento in round 2 with an arm triangle. I think Jafel Filo is going to get the upset, guys. I think it's going to be a banger of a fight. Alan Nascimento is going to show insane grappling scrambles, but I think being out of the cage for a while is going to be a problem. One of these guys is going to continue their 2-fight win streak, and I just fucking see it being Jafel Filo. He's very, very underrated as well. I think honestly Jafel Filo is going to win, man. His only loss in the UFC is Muhammad Mokaev, which, what a fight that was, and what a chance he had to win. I think Jafel's going to win, bro. I think as long as he doesn't get broken in this fight, he'll win. So moving on up the card. Moving to the main card, actually. I can't fucking believe this is a main card fight. Zach Reese takes on Dusko Thunder Todorovic. Guys, I'm going to be going Zachary Reese via knockout round 2. I think Dusko Todorovic is very injury prone. Very, very bad chin. Yeah, he KO'd Jordan Wright, one of the biggest bots in UFC history. Got stiffed out by Buckley. Got stiffed out by fucking Bruno Silva as well. And then he got fucking KO'd by fucking Dusko Todorovic. I just don't think Todorovic is going to have it in him. I think he's going to have some soy weakness to him. And I think Zachary Reese is going to win this fight via knockout in the first round. I think Zachary Reese is going to go back to his finishing ways. Yes, he lost to fucking Azamat Bakoyev, but that's not that bad of a loss, dude. Azamat Bakoyev is pretty underrated, and he's funny as fuck on Twitter. So, yeah, guys, I'm going to be taking Zachary Reese by first round knockout. I might change this to Zachary Reese by club and sub, but we'll see. I just want to see a bit more tape study on Todorovic, the way he reacts once he's dropped. And just a couple more things on Zachary Reese to see how his finishing instincts are. Obviously he finished, though, the bum fucking Julian Marquez, and he couldn't finish Jose Medina. Obviously, Medina died to fucking Ngannou 2.0. And I think if Zach Reese wins this fight, they should do Zach Reese versus Ateba Gautier to give Ateba another fucking highlight reel stiff KO. But, yeah, man, moving on up the card. Orban Elliott, my boy, the Welsh gangster. Guys, I'm going Orban by first round knockout. I don't see a world in hell where Ramiz Brahimaj wins this fight. Orban is worlds better than him on the feet, better than him on the ground, better takedown defense, better cardio, better striking. I already said that. Better IQ, better chin, better stamina. I already said cardio. I'm retarded. He's just better everywhere. What the fuck is Ramiz Brahimaj going to do? He was getting tagged up by Mickey Gall before he knocked him out. Lost to Themba Garimbo. It's tough. He beat Michael fucking Gilmore. If you guys know who this is, he's so fucking shit. Dog shit fighter from Tough. Absolute can that was on the Volkanovski and Ortega season. Orban Elliott, yes, he hasn't fought the best competition either. He fought Preston Parsons, I believe, Basil Hafez, and Val Woodburn. That's his 3 UFC fights. Yep. So not the best. And he didn't go to that good of a decision with Kayak Brito. But he's going to beat Ramiz the Can Brahimaj. Mark my words, he's going to beat him. I know he's a minus 480, but dude, Ramiz Brahimaj, man. People forget what he did to Mickey Gall, man. No, bro. He's fucking getting chin. Orban is sleeping him stiff. I know it's Oban. I'm just saying Orban. But Orban's sleeping him in round 1. Actually, I'll say round 2, body hook TKO for Orban Elliott. I think the Welsh gangster is going to keep trailing his path in the UFC, and then I think he's going to get a hard matchup and lose because he's fucking mid. But moving on up the card, Dustin Jacoby takes on Bruno Lopez. Guys, I'm going to be taking Bruno Lopez. I'm actually going to take Bruno Lopez to win as an underdog. Yes, Jacoby's fought all the better competition. He's fought Alex Pereira, fucking Vitor Petrino, Alonzo Menafield, Reyes. He's fought world beaters, man. But I think Bruno Silva is going to smudge him against the fence for 3 rounds. I just have a bad feeling. He was losing the Petrino fight before he found that knockout, and I don't think he's finding that knockout against a guy like Bruno Lopez. I think he's going to have a drastic striking advantage against Bruno Lopez, but I don't think there's going to be much striking in this fight. I can even see a Bruno Lopez round 2 submission win. You know what? I'm going to pick it. Fuck it. I'm going to go Bruno Lopez by round 2 submission, and I'm going to say it's a rear naked choke on the back of Jacoby. He's just dragging Jacoby down. He's going to be much more confident after winning his first fight against Gagiazulov. And his only loss, I hate it. It's fucking to Brenderson Ribeiro. But outside of that, this guy's a fucking finisher, man. And he's dangerous, dude. People forget about Bruno Lopez on the fucking regionals, man. This guy's an absolute finisher, man. It's 3 wins by decision, but the rest are by finish. And I actually think he's going to find a submission. I think he's going to be the first guy in the UFC to submit Dustin Jacoby. Yeah, I'm right. He's going to be, in my opinion, I think he's going to be the first man in the UFC to submit Dustin Jacoby. And, guys, Bruno Lopez going to be showing off some of the game plans, and I think he's going to be looking real good. Moving on, up the card, the Korean Tyson Sung Hyun Ko takes on Billy Ray Goff. Guys, I'm going to go Billy Ray Goff to win this fight. I know he lost to Trey Waters, I think it was. Yep. But Trey Waters is kind of a slick, long-range striker, but that fight was an absolute war. I think Billy Ray Goff's going to take some heavy shots in this fight, but I think he's going to come back after a knockdown in round 1, and I think he's going to come back to melt Suk Hyun Ko in round 3 via TKO. I think he's going to beat the life out of him in the 3rd round. I think it's going to be an unreal fight, and I think it's going to be a banger. And I think Billy Ray Goff's going to show some serious heart in this fight. And I think Billy Ray Goff's also going to establish himself as, okay, this guy's one to watch. Every time he fights, it fucking puts on a show. And I think this is the perfect dance partner to give him an absolute banger. Suk Hyun Ko's got insane power in his hands. Just fraud checked an 8-0 guy in Cavalcanti who is a fucking bitch fraud. There's no way that guy won all of his fights in the first minute. That's unreal. What kind of bots was that guy fighting? But moving on up the card, Mateusz Gamrot, the gamer, takes on Mr. Highlight, Mr. Overrated, Ludovic Klein. Fuck this guy, Ludovic Klein, bro. And he's probably going to win a split. Fuck this guy. He's not the best in the world. He's not even a top 5 fighter. I hate this Ludovic Slavic monster glaze. But, guys, he has some questionable fights in his career. Last fight was a Roosevelt Roberts decision where he went to a decision and lost a round. As well as the Moises decision. Which, yes, Moises, I know people are always saying, yo, Moises gives everyone tough fights. But who takes Moises to a decision? Very rarely anyone. Fucking, you know who does? Trey Ogden. Guys like that. Guys on that level. Gamrot is an elite lightweight that has a victory over Armin Sarukian. There's no fucking way he should actually lose this fight. I just have a feeling Klein's going to stop the takedowns and outstrike him. He's just thickly built. But Gamrot trains out of a way better gym in AKA. Or ATT. He's a better fighter, Gamrot. Better wrestling. Better IQ. But Gamrot has always these moments where he gets dropped. He gets hurt. Klein has no power, but I can see him at least stealing a round with a knockdown. Fuck, dude. I hope Gamrot beats Klein's ass. But I'm going to be picking Ludovic Klein, guys, by split decision win, 29-28. Fuck, dude. Fuck. I hope Ludovic loses. Gamrot's the better fighter. And, guys, I rewatched the Dan Hooker fight. Guys, I picked Dan Hooker by damage-based decision on Mateusz Gamrot. And during watch, obviously, live, thought Hooker won clearly. On rewatch, dude, Gamrot won that shit. Gamrot won that shit pretty clearly, bro. Like, the judges were pretty fucked. I was pretty retarded for thinking Hooker won. You know what I mean? Like, Hooker did not win that fight. And I think this fight, stylistically, is a sick fight. I can't wait to do a bigger breakdown on it later. I might even switch the pick to Mateusz Gamrot. Hopefully, I can get it right. Just want to get this fight right, man. It's a very good one. One of the, in my opinion, the best fight on the card by leagues and bounds. And, yeah, man. I'm going to be going Ludovic Klein via split 29-28 decision. Fuck Ludovic Klein. But yeah, man, I think he's going to win this fight and not go much further. Yeah, moving on up the card. Main event, the tough cookie main event of the week. The good old scrap between the two shorties. No, bro. This fight's going to suck balls, bro. And I can't wait to bet on this fight by decision to go the distance. Guys, Erin Blanchfield, man. People forget what she did to Molly McCann, dude. Melted her with the elbows, man. But people cannot forget, man. Macy Barber's a badass. She knocked out Rebus, man. Guys, this is a fucking dog shit main event. I can't believe this is going to be a main event in the UFC in 2025. Shit hurts. Shit actually hurts. Like, it fucking is brutal. Like, and there's no card this weekend. So I'm hating life right now. I just watched Road to the UFC and the fucking majority of it was decisions. Like, why when I watch Road to the UFC, it's decisions? Why when the fucking I don't watch it, it's fucking flatline KOs every fight? I don't get MMA. But, guys, I'm going to be taking Erin Blanchfield to win this fight via decision. She's been in there with a better competition. Barber's had very questionable fights against very questionable fighters. And let's look into the record of the future. Ian Machado. No, I'm joking. But let's look into the Maycee Barber's career so far in the UFC. So she started out beating Hannah Cifers via TKO, and then beat JJ Aldrich via TKO, and then beat Jillian Robertson via TKO, which ages extremely well. That's an extremely well-aged win, but which would not happen if they rematched. Roxanne Modafferi beat her, though. I remember this was a massive upset. And Grasso beat her as well. This was on the Usman and Burns card. Yeah. I remember this fight. This fight was fucking dog shit. And then she won a robbery against Miranda Maverick, who I don't rate that highly. Then beat Montella De La Rosa really convincingly. Had a pretty great fight with Amanda Ribas before she found the KO. But, bro, Andrea Lee's split is fucked. Jessica I decision is fucked. Caitlin Seminara decision is fucked. You should be finishing these girls. Blanchfield, I promise you, she is a bot. She has the worst striking I've ever seen for a high-level women's fighter. But, oh my God, can she finish someone on the ground? She can indeed, and I do think she's been in there with far better competition. Okay, let's look at the Miranda Maverick fight between them. Dominated Miranda Maverick for 3 rounds. Split with Miranda Maverick for Barber. JJ Aldrich, standing guillotine. TKO for Barber. So, to be fair, both finished her. But, who looked more dominant? Clearly, Erin Blanchfield, the tough cookie. And then Molly McCann Kimura'd her in the first round and tortured her with elbows in the crucifix, man. Dominated her, man. People forget how easy this performance was for her. And, bro, she beat McCann's ass so bad, McCann got arm bars soon after. Like, I don't know, bro. Obviously, it's women's MMA. Maycee Barber's the type of bitch to try and fold my pick. But I think her being in there, finishing Andrade in round 2, which, doesn't look as good because Jazz Davicius did it and won. Shout out Jasmine. Batalha Santos decision where she clearly won the fight. Manon Fiorot where she lost the fight, which doesn't look the best. But when I actually looked at it, Manon Fiorot's wrestling is very good. Very good. She was able to take down Shevchenko in multiple moments of the fight. Was able to hold her. Mario Batista maxed her against the fence and almost won. I thought live, I was so worried because I had money on it and shit that I was so worried that Shevchenko was going to lose. But they gave the decision to Valentina Shevchenko, luckily for me. And then my boy Jack Della Maddalena just absolutely tuned Bilal for 5 rounds. And we cash big on Montreal. But, guys, the Rose win. This is, in my opinion, out of Rose's current losses in the UFC, out of Rose's last 1, 2, 3 losses in the UFC, I think the most clear loss was Erin Blanchfield. Manon Fiorot had a very big asterisk in that fight, and I said it. One-handed Rose Namajunas, and Fiorot was bloodied up and barely won that fight. Esparza, she arguably won this, actually. I know there was nothing happened, but, bro, whoever did shit, I was happy that Rose lost because she's a fucking bald-headed fuck. She robbed Weili in the rematch. But out of all of her losses in the UFC, the most dominant loss that Rose Namajunas has had is Erin Blanchfield, where she clearly won the fight. There was no argument. It was a clear win for Erin Blanchfield, fought over the 5-round duration. And she's got the 5-round experience, that championship experience, the championship grit. Not the championship experience, but the 5-round experience, the main event experience. when the spotlight's on her, I trust Erin Blanchfield to come out on top, and I think she's going to be able to outstrike Blanchfield outstrike Barber on the ground. I think Barber's going to be the better striker, but I think Blanchfield's going to hug her against the fence, against the ground. I can see a Blanchfield finish, but I honestly don't. I think Barber's tough cookie. I think she'll be able to take the beating for 5 rounds, and I'm going to cash on Blanchfield decision, boys. And moving on up, not moving on up the card, that's it, guys. Thank you all for the torturous breakdown. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm back. We're going to be doing 2 more videos later on today that I'm going to be uploading throughout the day. They're already done. And, guys, we're 1 sub away from 100. So if any of you guys aren't subbed yet, subscribe, and we're almost there. Thank you guys so much for the support on the channel. And the last breakdown for the UFC Morales and Burns card did really good. So thank you guys so much for watching, and peace.